Hey guys, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm very, very upset with the way Sony has been getting treated in regards to PlayStation. It seems like recently everybody's just been giving props to Xbox Game Pass and, just Xbox in general. Everybody's been talking about how good Xbox is. Oh, they're going to acquire Activision. Why? Oh, that's so good. I'm going to go ahead and systematically destroy every single point that all these fanboys and these fanboy publications make. Starting off with Game Pass. There's PlayStation Now, or PlayStation Plus Premium, I should say, as it's been renamed. Sorry, not trying to be any, not trying to be sacrilegious or anything by getting the marketing terms wrong. Um, but they talk about how great Game Pass is, but they don't talk about the amazing library of old PS1, PS2, and the excellent streaming service on PS3 games. I really appreciate the non-updated PS2 emulator from 2016. Hasn't been touched ever since. No new titles because they already got the perfect titles on there. The PS1 emulation, spot on. I really think that they're really tapping into the power of the PS5 by managing that. And I'm very thankful that they let me, pay to play all these games that I spent all my money on before on a subscription service. I don't want to, have to bust out those old discs. Why should I? I'm very happy to pay another subscription fee. And PS Now streaming, it's so awesome because I don't have to take up that space. Who needs native emulation? I can just or I can just stream it all, and nobody's gonna. I don't have to take up any of that space, and the lag's only like 10 seconds behind, so not a big deal. I mean, I don't see how Game Pass can compete if you have to download all your games on your console. I mean, there is cloud streaming, but I mean, I personally think that that should be reserved for very like stuff like fighting games and all that. I think those are the best games for cloud streaming. I don't think that putting your whole library out there, that's just ridiculous. And mobile phones, thinking that's the best place. No, dude, I want to play stream titles on my $500 PS5 with the power of the SSD and the new graphics chips and all that. That's where I want to do my streaming. Another thing, another point that I will systematically destroy is the new acquisition of Activision. The very illegal. I hope the CMA blocks it. I already tagged Joe Biden, telling him to block this like 20 times because this is just a travesty. I mean, I can't fathom the idea of Microsoft buying out Activision and then they're just going to make Call of Duty and Crash Bandicoot games that I love. I'm such a big fan of, man. I'm such a big fan of those games. And they could just have the ability to say, hey, we're not going to make it on those systems anymore. I mean, uh, just locking people who played those games for years and there's been previous installments and they're just going to lock PlayStation fans out of it. Like, that seems to me to be really unethical. Like, what company would do that? Locking a game series that has been on that system previously, especially one with roots, that's crazy. I think Microsoft needs to start making organic studios like Bungie, which so that way that they can get some real games. I don't think that they need to acquire everything. I think they need to get these studios organically like Bungie and Gaikai. Just don't lock people out of stuff. Unless it has roots. I think that like it's okay when Sony pays companies off to do that. I think that's perfectly fine because there's roots involved some way. Definitely. Final Fantasy has always been a PlayStation game with no other. Um, I think it'd be ridiculous for Xbox fans to expect another Final Fantasy. They should just buy PlayStation. But if they tell me I gotta buy Call of Duty on Xbox, no sir, that's unethical. And then I see all these fanboy sites talking crap about Sony, saying that they could do certain things better. Why don't they ever Why don't they just harass Microsoft? Why don't they just harass Microsoft? So ridiculous. So ridiculous. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this. Any true ponies, please click like and subscribe. And yeah, I'm really pissed off about Microsoft. They're evil.